What a beautiful sunset. As God intended. Today, I got taught things that I never should have been allowed to touch. From editing the base files of Minecraft to morphing the Ender Dragon himself. Alright, so we got a beautiful village here to start off at, and I want to see what would happen if we were to delete all the sand around the area. I'm curious if it's going to make it all look floating, or what's going to happen with this. Alright, so if we look through, we click on blocks through here. Honestly, whoever taught me this technology probably shouldn't have. I should not be trusted with the ability to edit jar files. Jeez, I never realized how many types of blocks, items, everything else there is in Minecraft. This is kind of crazy. Alright, let's go with sand. There we go. And we're just going to go right-click and delete the file entirely. There we go. So now it's deleting every little thing about it. And when we go to relaunch the game, all the sand should, in theory, just disappear as a texture. Oh my gosh, it has to do a lot of stuff to make that happen. That's kind of crazy. Also, to make things funnier at some point in time, I can actually load these up into MS Paint or any other editing software that I want, and I can actually change the look of these textures. Which, believe me, I'm going to test out at some point today. All right, so there we go. So now we have to launch offline. If we launch it online mode, what ends up happening is it downloads the same jar again, overwriting our corrupted one. However, if we launch offline mode, the corrupted jar should stand. Let's see, did it work? Oh, it worked! But it doesn't make it invisible like I thought. I figured like that's how X-ray hackers work, by like deleting the texture. Maybe it makes it so you could see through stone in the ground. No, in reality, you just get this poopy pink and black kind of looking lack of texture area. Okay, so that takes care of that. And oh, wait a minute, sand in the ocean as well. So I bet you, look at the ocean floor, dude. That was a consequence that I was not anticipating. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Wait, why is this not going? Oh, because that's all, like, gravel and all that. That's fair, that's fair. I forgot sometimes the ocean floor isn't just all sand. Okay, so that worked for a lot of it. Now, it didn't delete any of the smooth sandstone or anything else. Wait, what the heck? Was this building always looking all weird like this? How did I not notice this? Wait, I got a crazy idea. What happens if we were to delete the water that's within here? Hold on a second, Let me cook. Okay, so let's see. We got water over here. So water still and water flow. So let's just delete these two entirely. Actually, it comes with a secondary file. That's weird. I don't want to delete the secondary file because I'm genuinely very afraid because that's not a PNG. So I'm going to delete the PNG files to start before I end up ruining this entirely. No, wait, also, I have an idea real quick. So the first thing we got rid of was sand.png, right? What if we were to take, now hold on a second here, hear me out, a barrier blocks texture, and we put that on a sand.png. Would that have the effect of X-ray hacks like we wanted? I'm very curious to see if it'll work like that. So let's take a look through here. We just deleted the water running, and is there barrier? Weirdly enough, there is no barrier block listed here. Okay, where would a barrier block be then? All right, let me go back a folder here. Color map, effect, entity, environment. I doubt it's an entity, right? Environment, maybe, no. Oh, wait, we could delete clouds, sky. I will delete the sun! Okay, this is gonna be so dumb. I have no idea what happens if we delete the sun, but that's very funny. Okay, we'll leave the moon for now. Yo, that is crazy. I hope that doesn't delete it as a light source, because otherwise things are about to get real dark over here. Wait, miscellaneous. You can just delete, like, the credits and everything? Oh, my gosh. Oh, I'm a dummy! Items. Barrier block might be under items. It is! Okay, so then, if that's the case, I mean, I'm gonna try this. It's gonna be crazy. Copy files to clipboard. Okay, I'm gonna go in here, go to blocks, then I'm gonna paste it in here if I can. Add files to archive. Whoa, okay, now we're getting dumb. Hold on a second here. Wait, guys. I have an idea. Now, I'm not used to doing smart guy stuff, okay? So you gotta bear with me on this. But what if I took the barrier.png, brought that over to here, right? And now I go back to block. Hear me out here. And then instead of barrier, I do sand. So now that should be sand.png, right? And I bring that back over to here. Let's see what happens. After scrolling through, we have sand.png. Okay, now I can't promise that'll work, and we just did a lot of different things, like deleting the sun. But let's make sure we launch in offline mode so we don't lose all the work that we just did, and let's see how this cooks. Okay, well, that's not I mean, that is actually, to be fair, what the barrier block is. Like, it does kind of look like that, although it's not exactly what we were looking for. So I think we somehow made things way worse. Also, deleting water now is just not transparent at all. That's so funny. So when you're in it, it looks the same. But when you're above it, it doesn't. Okay, that's super weird, dude. So water's gone. The sun is... Oh, you know, it kind of looks ominous. I have an idea. I have an idea to fix this. Give me a second here. Let me do something. Ah, yes. She's beautiful. Why is it so, like, over glossy? Oh my, why does it look like that? I guess because the sun effect makes it super bright. I don't know. But it's not, yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. Disappointed Jerry. All right, what else can we delete around it? Wait a minute. The villagers. Oh, but there's actually a lot of different villagers. Okay, well, apparently this town loves its farmers. Why don't we look at a desert villager farmers? Let's see if that's even an option in the files here. Hold on a second here. Right, so if I go over to the different files, and then I go to entity, and then I go to villager. Yeah, they had it by profession and everything. Profession, okay. But wait a minute. This is weird. Type. Okay, so maybe it's 2 different layers. Okay, so you got to work on a couple different things. Well, what happens in theory if I just deleted it entirely, right? So what if I just go ahead real quick, I'm gonna close out the game, and I just delete the .png. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the .png for the desert villagers, but I'm gonna leave the professions. So the ones without professions should be invisible, and the ones with professions, if this is done correctly, will just be floating hats and or tunics, like whatever they change their skin of. And that's my assumption. So if I'm right about this, we're going to see a lot of weird floating ghost outfits, and then there's going to just be weird villager noises coming from thin air. Also, one more thing I want to test out. I want to see if I can get rid of the loading screen. Would that be under, you think, miscellaneous? There's the credits, right? I don't see a loading screen anywhere. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's just one step too far. Okay, so I'm beginning to realize when you delete things, it doesn't just make them invisible. It just turns them all pink and black. Well, it kind of had the effect, like I said. So the ones without an occupation, their textures are completely gone, like this kid over here. The ones with occupations, though, whatever part of their outfit is added on gets changed up. Okay, well, that's interesting enough. Well, I feel like we've annoyed these villagers enough. Let's try and find, like, a plains biome for us to fool around in. Oh, there's a whole other village over here that also just looks absolutely destroyed. / locate biome plains, and let's TP over there. Hey, there we go. Good as new, a blank canvas to destroy. You know what, I kind of want to mess around with mobs a little more. Let me see if I can open the cow in a MS Paint and adjust it a little bit. I don't know, that might be a little bit of a stretch, but we're gonna give it a try. All right, so first things first, open up Paint over here. Then we can go on over to Entity. And then we load up the cow entity. Oh, that's right, there's a bunch of different cows now. I'm gonna assume cold cow, temperate cow, warm cow. Bro, what? All right, let's just try, what is this one? Temperate cow. Yeah, that looks like a normal cow. Okay, I can even adjust the udders if I want to. Interesting. Can I just, like... I'm kind of curious about this. Hold on. Can I just select... Okay. Copy. And then, hold on. Paste. Wait, can I just, like, turn the entire thing into udders? Hold on. Hold on a second here. I am... Well, that's an odd-looking udder there, but that's fine. It'll do. All right. So now, if I did this right, and I take this, right, so I save the file. Well, we got to save it somewhere else. Hold on. Where are we saving this to? Into the downloads. Temperate cow. Okay. Now we take that, and now if I just go over to here. All right, I'm going to delete the old temperate cow, okay? And then I'm going to click and drag this one over. And if I did this right, we should have a very odd, utterly disturbing creature. See what I did there? Udders. I'm not gonna lie. When my team finds out about what I just did, I think they're going to be extremely disappointed in me. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no, it worked! No, this is so terrible. Oh, my God, no. Oh, that is, okay, you know what, I gotta just, hey, Drops here, are you around? I see you unmuted. I am so glad. All right, let me show you what I've been working on. All right, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm very glad you can. Very glad you can. May I present to you what I have been working on? It is the Ultra Udder Cow. You like him?
What? Ew. No.
I made him.
Put him back.
Oh, so that's the sun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know how to bring him back, Charles. That's just how he is now.
No, you put him back.
I can't. I deleted the file.
Whatever you edited, put him back.
I deleted the source file. It's gone.
Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that?
I wanted to see how many udders I could put on a single cow.
What is wrong with you?
You don't like him?
He can't see. He has no eyeballs.
He's got udder balls. Wait, can I say that?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I might go. I think I'm gonna go. Wait a minute. Clouds. Can I edit? Does each cloud, like, are there different Let's see how this works. I'm actually really curious right now how this loads up. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Let me cook here. Or is it just it could be. Now hear me out here. It could literally just be, okay, it is just clouds.png, right? So it's probably not going to work the way that I would think, but let's just try it out. Okay, yeah, it is just the cloud block. Although what I could do, I guess in theory, I could do that. So let me just, okay, close out of Minecraft here before I break everything. And if we just were to go ahead and delete the clouds, right? And then if I was to save this file, all right, so I saved it over here. I should, in theory, turn the clouds into P. So let's see if this works. Okay, launch offline. Okay, good. And we'll give it a try. Dude, I swear, no one should have taught me how to do this. And let's see. Well, it didn't do at all what I thought it was going to do. Why? I tried turning the clouds to P, but everything's just depressing. Huh. It's really weird. I don't know what we did wrong there, but I guess it just looks like it's gonna storm at any point. That is super weird. What the heck? Oh, man. Dude, the giant sun just descending upon this poor village. What a beautiful sunset. As God intended. Now, I wonder what happens when an entity is smaller than the... Like, what if I did a bamboo... Like, if I took the bamboo texture, right? And I replaced the sugarcane texture with it. So, basically just doing an old flip-flop-a-rooney. I genuinely wonder what's going to happen. I don't know. It could corrupt everything, to be honest, but... we can find out. So if we take bamboo stalk.png right here, I'm assuming that, or is it bamboo single leaf? Oh, it's definitely got to be bamboo stalk, right? Okay, so we take bamboo stalk, and then we go over to here, and we find where sugarcane is. So now before we completely delete it, I'm going to move it over. That way I have the backup in case things go horribly wrong. And now I'm going to delete sugarcane.png. Okay, and now this will be sugar_cane, which was actually bamboo. Okay, so in theory, the sugar cane should now have the same texture that did bamboo. We're gonna find out what happens if this doesn't, like, corrupt the entire world or what, but I feel like this is gonna be really weird. Oh, I know what I wanna do next. I wanna play around with bow and arrows. What if I could shoot an arrow up into the sky, but I could change the texture of the arrow itself? All right, here we go. Oh, God! May I present to you bamboo cane? All right, so once again, this one might take me a second to find exactly where it's at, because it's not just going to be the item arrow, right? It's got to be what I would assume may count as an entity, because it's in motion, right? So I feel like it's going to be under the entities tab. But let's take a look. We'll cut through a bunch of this stuff, and we'll find out, okay? So if we were to go through here, entity, and let's see here. LA, armor. I mean, armor stands even here, which is interesting. No, it's not an entity. Okay, what would you be under? Signs even count here. Is it a particle, do you think? No, angry.png. Okay. Is it an effect? No. Environment? No. Wait, projectiles! Arrow! Let's go! Jerry! Okay, so now, anyway, let's do a new one. Okay, we're gonna click and drag arrow over to here. Hopefully this was better than our P experiment. Okay, so now, this is that. But what if I just said, nah, and instead replaced it with, yeah, you know what, this'll do. Let's just see what happens here. I don't really know. I don't think this is going to work out the way I want it to, but yep, something's going to happen. I don't really know what. Okay, let's move the arrow onto my desktop here, because we are about to destroy pretty much everything, and I have a bad hunch this is not going to work the way that we want it to. All right, Our new arrow file is in there at a size of significantly larger than any other file. I hope that doesn't cause any problems. It is quite literally over 1,000 times bigger than a spectral arrow file. I don't know what I did wrong, but we're gonna roll with it, and we're gonna hope for the best here. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? Besides everything. Besides, like, this could actually just be absolutely terrible. We're cooking. We're cooking now, guys. Here we go. Time to shoot! And, let's see. Doesn't look... Oh, wait. Or did it? Wait. I think, hold on. Okay, just stretched it really crazily out, actually. That is not... Oh, because we might have got rid of the transparency in the background. Okay. I think I'm understanding. So I do wonder, then, if we were instead, right, to do new, and then we click and drag that into here. So, like, we need the PNG in the background, like the transparency to stay. I don't know how to make it stay. Man, I wish I was an artist. Okay. So what if I did something as simple as this then instead? Like, could I change the color of the arrow? Oh no. Could I change it to, like, a blue arrow like that? And then I just want to, like, make sure, like, I want to see, like, to make sure I'm, like, understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let's give this a shot and see what happens, okay? This is just to make sure that, like, I'm grasping the assignment properly. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how long it takes to delete the files from the jar. All right, there we go. I added in the new arrow texture. So let's see how well this works out for us. If it worked, it should just be blue and yellow. Nothing too crazy, but, I mean, you know, it's a starting point. Maybe one day I could learn to be a real artist. All right, here we go. Wait, that is... Well, sort of, actually. It still has that weird texture all around. I gotta figure out how to make that transparent still. But you can see it is blue and yellow. So we kind of got it. We'll give ourselves a C-. A C-. We passed. Wait, I just realized something. We haven't touched at all upon GUIs. So, like, if we did this, and then we did container, right? So we could just go ahead, like, what happens? Okay, we can do, like, the crafting table. Let's cook a little bit here. I want to test a couple things out. So I'm going to close out of this real quick. And what we're going to do is we're going to completely just delete furnace. So I want to see what happens if you try to interact without the furnace PNG in there. I'm assuming it'll just be all purple and black, but maybe something else will happen there. And then we will load up into MS Paint, our new best friend, the crafting table grid. Let's see. Yeah, there it is, the crafting GUI. Okay. So now, can I just do whatever I want? Can I, like, I'm just like, yeah, I want this one to be yellow, blue, make it more colorful, purple. Like, look, that's kind of funny, right? Like, yeah. Okay, there we go. So mess around with the GUIs a little bit. And now, boom. Love to see that. Okay, save. So I'm going to delete the old. All right, and now our super colorful crafting table will be added. And then also one thing I wanted to take a look at is title here. I could be wrong, but I bet you, I think this is, wait. So for these panoramas, right? Hold on a second here. That might be on the actual, so let's do something real quick. I want to just completely delete, I'm just going to delete like all this. So every like loading screen should in theory just be gone, all right? And then I want to edit the background a little bit because I'm pretty sure that's like the thing that just floats around, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, what if like instead of all these panorama 0.png, panorama, like, all right, fine, cool, whatever. But what if instead, right? I just went into downloads. Okay, hear me out here. What if instead though, we took this picture of Squidward and panorama underscore, I'm gonna control 0 that, all right, 0, okay. So there's 6 things we gotta override here. So there's 1, 2, dude, if this works, this might be the dumbest thing I think we've done to date. Out of all these different things, dude, I should not have access to this. I really shouldn't. Because the things that I'm going to start doing now to annoy my friends, oh my god. Copy, paste. All right, this'll do. So let's copy and paste all these panoramas over there. All right, I think it's ready. I don't fully know what to expect from this, but it could be really bad. So if we did it right, the entire loading screen's gone. I don't know what's going to happen there. And everything else, oh my. Oh, the background didn't change. But, I mean, the Minecraft logo is just gone. What the heck? Where is this stored then, this background image? Why is this not? Huh. That is so weird to me. All right, and let's see if our brand new crafting table made the cut here. All right, so we're in the forest here. So we have a crafting table, and then we also have a furnace. All right, so let's see real quick. So the furnace, yep, that's probably just about what we were expecting with this. Okay, and then we have the crafting table. So if you right-click there. Oh, dude, look at that. It's all colorful. That's so funny. We actually did something. Like, it worked. Look at me. I'm an artist. You can download this pack for $700. All right, now there's only one thing left to do that I want to try. Oh my goodness, it's the Goater Dragon! Let's go, dude! Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I could top this. This might be my greatest work yet. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys had fun. If you did and you enjoyed a different kind of video like this, let me know down below in the comment section, and also tell me next time around what you want me to change. Apart from that, enjoy the Goater Dragon, and I'll see you next time.